Welcome back, students. In the last session we have seen introduction to lines and angles, in which I explained you different concepts, like I explained you about the angles, types of angles, and I also said you that when two lines intersect, the vertically opposite angles are equal. If two lines intersect, I said you that vertically opposite angles are equal. Vertically opposite angles are, these two angles are equal. Okay, if this is 50 degree, then this is also 50 degree. And I also said you about the linear pair. If this is 50 degree, then this forms a linear pair. Yeah, so how much will be this angle? This will be 130 degrees, because the sum of these two angles has to be 180 degrees. So the sum of angles on a line is always 180 degrees. So this is 130, and I can say this is also 130 degrees, because these two are again vertically opposite angles. Then I also said you about complementary, supplementary angles, and you all have written that in your classwork. Now let's continue with exercise questions. Exercise 6.1, question number 1. In this question, just step by step we'll see. The figure is given, lines AB and CD intersect at O. You can clearly see this line AB and CD, they are intersecting at O. If AOC plus BOE, this sum of these two angles are given, that is 70 degrees. We don't know how much exactly is AOC and BOE, but the sum of these two angles AOC and BOE is 70 degrees. So, and one more angle is given, that is BOD. BOD is given as 40 degrees, which I have written here. Okay, so when BOD is 40 degrees, okay, since AB and CD they intersect each other, let's begin our solution now. So I can say this BOD and AOC are vertically opposite angles or not. Which angles are these two? Just now I said you these two angles are vertically opposite angles. Okay, so I can say that AOC is also equal to 40 degrees. So this is also 40 degrees. So we have got AOC value. Okay, then we have to find BOE. We have to find BOE in the question. Okay, so for finding BOE, I'll take this condition which is given to us, AOC plus BOE is equals to 70 degrees. Okay, we have got the value of AOC. What is AOC value? That is 40 degrees. I have written 40 here. Then BOE, we don't know what is BOE, so it's as it is. So BOE will be equals to 70 minus 40, that is 30 degrees. So we have got the value of BOE also here. Okay, so this way we get AOC and BOE. AOC is 40 and BOE is 30 degrees. Now let's continue. We have to find reflex of COE. What do we have to find? Reflex of COE. For that, we should first find what is the measure of COE. COE is this angle. Can you see here? This is your angle COE. So we should first find COE, then we can find reflex of COE. Okay, so COE, for finding COE, I'll add up all these three angles. AOC plus, you can see here, AOC plus COE plus BOE is equals to 180, because it is a linear pair. Okay, now in this we know two angles we know here, that is AOC and BOE. We already know that AOC plus BOE is 70 degrees. So I'll club AOC and BOE, that gives you 70. COE unknown, we don't know what is COE. So COE will be equals to 180 minus 70, and we get 110. So COE, angle COE is 110. Okay, how much is this angle? This is 110. Now we have to find reflex of COE. Okay, if one angle is given to you and you want to find the reflex of that angle. Reflex of the angle means the other part of this angle. This is reflex. Okay, so reflex, whenever you want to find reflex of any angle, you should do 360 minus the given angle. Okay, subtract the given angle from 360, you will get reflex. So the reflex of this angle is 310. So I do the same thing here for finding the reflex of 110, reflex of COE. Okay, I'll do 360 minus 110, that is equals to 250. So this is, in this way we found BOE and reflex of COE. Next, let's continue with the question number 2. In the figure, lines XY and MN intersect at O. You can clearly see here, line XY and MN intersect at O. If POY is equals to 90 degrees, okay, it is given that POY, where is POY in this? This one, okay, POY is equals to 90 degrees, and A is to B is equals to 2:3. The ratio of these two angles is 2:3. We have to find what is the value of C. Okay, so let's continue with this solution. It's given that A is to B is 2:3. So whenever ratio is given, we suppose the ratio as A is equals to, let A is equals to 2x and B is equals to 3x, where x is some number. Now I'll add POX and POY. POX plus POY gives you 180 degrees because these two are angles on a line. Whenever we have angles on a line, okay, whatever may be the number of angles, the sum of those all angles will be equals to 180. Okay, so always remember this. So POX plus POY is equals to 180 degrees. So what is POX and POY? A plus B plus 90. Okay, POX is A plus B. Okay, you can see here POX is A plus B and POY is 90 degrees. So A plus B is equals to 180 minus 90. What is the value of A and B here? I'll substitute, I'll plug in those values here. 2x plus 3x is equals to 90. So 5x is equals to 90. So x will be equals to 90 by 5. When you cancel 90 by 5, you will get 18 degrees. So finally we have got the value of x. Now I can get exact value of angle A and B. So A, we supposed A as 2x. So what is the value of x? X is 18 degrees. So I'll put x 2 into 18, that is 36. Then 3x, B is 3x, so 3 into 18, that is equals to 54. So finally we have got the value of A and B, that is 36 and 54. And when you add this both, you will get 90 degrees because this is also right angle. Now we need to find the value of C. Okay, we don't have to find AB here, but for finding C we need AB values. So that's the reason we found AB. So we have to find C. It's given in the question. So what is the measure of C? To find this measurement of C, I'll again use the concept of linear pair. These two angles form a linear pair. You can clearly see here, angle B and C, they form a linear pair. So I can say B plus C is equals to 180. Yeah, they are angles on a line. We have got the value of B. What is B value? It's 54. So 54 plus C is equals to 180. C will be equals to 180 minus 54, that is 126. So this way we will find all the missing values. So these are the important questions from lines and angles. Note down them in your classwork.